the city's North Shore. This is Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight should be a good one, Brock, because we honor John Madden with our Thanksgiving celebration series between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And we're off from Acrisure. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
The catch is made near the edge. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Rodgers from the gun. Complete to DK Metcalf. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. There to the 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Trying to get outside here with Warren. He works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Rodgers off the play action. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. He gained 11 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Shotgun handoff to Warren. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They send the tight end in motion. Now they're looking to throw with Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And he's going to work it to the 20. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Hits him on the in route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Score momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a 1st down too.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Rodgers is hit. The ball is loose. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. And he's got it! That's a way upward for touchdown! The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Roman Wilson, the touchdown! Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And he's stopped on the run back to the 27. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
First tone of the game for James Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Warren here from the gun. And that's good for a gain of 5. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of 1. The Steelers have played to an early lead. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. Shoots another one. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 13-0 lead. Well, Rocky found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off for 6.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
14. Bills nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. 1st and 10.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. One of the tight ends motions right. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blankets. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Allen on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 6-yard gain on the play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Play action now with Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Bills, 1st down. A gain of 21 yards. And the Bills' 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Back to throw now, Allen. Caught out wide. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Matt Prater for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Bills 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. To throw, Rodgers. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. Here's the dump off to Warren. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. Khalil Shakir to return this one for the Bills. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now, Allen. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air, Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And the is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're up against it here on 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Rodgers off the play action. And Bills get to him. Down he goes. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Rodgers from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
And the Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st down, Warren. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Throwing the out route complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bills' 41-yard line.
So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. The Steelers leading the way here in Acrisure. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. That's his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rodgers. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Lofts it deep right side. Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it up. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Boswell able to knock it through. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Bills' offense takes over. Not much time remaining in the half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they might be able to put a little something together here. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. This is Cook on the handoff. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw for Allen. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Allen looking to throw. And his Hans, he's got it. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying it left side with Cook. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed 1, but they're going to lose 1 on that play. It's 4th down.
And also 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
A 53-yard attempt.
So on 4th down, out comes the Bills' field goal unit, and Matt Prater. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Now Boswell on to send this away. Samuel now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So to begin the third, it's going to be the Buffalo offense we see first. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. They'll bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bills have a 1st down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end, because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
This is Cook, and he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They send a man in motion. Now Allen off the play action. Catch made by Cooks. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Bills 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Cook. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's Allen out of the pistol. Has it down close. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills make it 17-all. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He dodged the tackle. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Steelers have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They put Austin in motion left. They'll hand it off to Warren. Get some space around midfield. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Off play action. Here's Rodgers. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Rodgers will look to throw. That's Metcalf running the slant. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long for him here. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Cut near the goal line. the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
24, Bills 17.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now run by Cook. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another one for Cook. And they're all the way across near the field before he's brought down. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player. They're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now Allen going to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Got his man, Shakir has it. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Bills' 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Allen to throw. And he can't escape this one. They get to him for a nice exclamation point to end this 3rd quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Matt Prater on now as we see how he handles this moment. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. Oh, this catches the right upright, and it goes in! It's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. He's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. A big play. 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. We motion the tight end over. Now Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Working inside the red zone. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers now lead by 10. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11.
Steelers 31, Bills 20. Chris Boswell to kick
Now
off
Boswell on to send this away. Samuel now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First down throw for Allen. Throw right side, and Shakir has it. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Right back to Shakir. This is caught. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo first. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
We'll have a 4-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Again, Allen to the air. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Play action now with Allen. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Putting a receiver in motion. To the air again. Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And They shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Allen on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
So on fourth down, out comes the Bills' field goal unit and Matt Prater. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And it stays a two-possession game at an 11-point margin.
They needed a few things to go right to make a comeback. And the first one, well, you had to. That was not a want to. That was a have to with that field goal. Without it, tough to imagine overcoming a two-score deficit, Kate.
The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Going deep here for the end zone. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers push their lead to 18.
Bills 20.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. It's Allen out of the pistol. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Allen fires out wide, complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Allen on the play action. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Now, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
A gain of 15 there. And the Bills have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. To throw again, it's Allen. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
Yeah, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now they've got to regroup for second down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
Allen going to throw again. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throw here, third down. He brings it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Prater on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills make it an 11-point ball game.
38, Bills 27.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Trying an inside give to Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Warren. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Bills set to take over offensively. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Davis gets it from the gun. It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Bills at a 2-score deficit. So now here's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense. And it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Allen now on 1st down. Fits it through the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Dropping this underneath. Johnson. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
From the red zone on 1st. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 8-yard line.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. They are throwing it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And now it's 3rd and short.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Now to throw. And this is caught for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game. Here he is to throw. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
As we approach the final half-minute of play, their comeback hopes resting on recovering this kick. And this kick is covered by the Steelers, who are going to go on to win this ball game. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Line up the design keeper. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.